volumes.
You're going to start dark?
Mm-hmm. It's dark start. Ni hao, 欢迎光临张伟.
Yes, indeed. Grab your guitars. Or not. That's right. Welcome to the show. I'm MikeRuggirello, your host of Theory Thursday. Before I introduce your familiar guest, or maybe not so familiar, we shall see. Jason Thomas, the co-host, has a few thoughts.
Thoughts?
Words.
Maybe words.
Yeah.
Don't have much thoughts these days.
Not many.
Nah.
But when you pitch our equipment, it's very thoughtful.
It may be thought-provoking,
Thank you.
but as far as thoughts, no, not really. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Welcome to Theory Thursday here. We'd like to start by thanking our sponsors, Iconic Guitars, Kurt Mangan Strings, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, and SWR Video Productions, Mr. Dave Wright, Mr. Cthulhu in Chief. Also like you to go to our website, TheoryThursday.com. We got guitars, we got strings, we got stuff for sale. Check it out. Also would like to invite you to become one of our Patreons. We will be posting the link to the comment section. If you're not already, please do that. It helps us out a lot, guys. Also, would like you guys to go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button, that like button, and share the show. Share it. Try it out. Try it out. Get a lease and a key. Try it out.
Welcome to Pedalpalooza, baby, right here on Theory Thursday. Yeah, it's his 4th time. It's the 4th episode. Oh my God, oh shit, grab your guitars, man. The wizard is back. He is the guitar player Phantom Cargo and Don Yavad and the Shimmy Sisters. Also, he's just Mr. Greg Vaughan, just recently doing Uli John Roth, kicking off faces. I was there. I have bruised knees from that gig too. Mr. and the lovely, good best friend of mine, Greg Vaughan.
Welcome.
Pound that fist, baby. Yeah, man. Boy, where do we begin? We had that really lovely jam in the beginning, just a little duet. We can probably touch on that. But look, guys, do we notice anything different? Yes, this Sir amplifier is gone. I am using incredible equipment today, and we're going to get there. I did say it was Pedalpalooza. That you deigned that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, let it go. Why is it Pedalpalooza?
Okay. Well, I used to have the same pedals that everybody had all the way going back to, 70s and 80s. Your standard effects where, an old Univibe was that big. Then they maybe got a little bit smaller. Then they got like a little bit smaller. These days you can get something like that that's got a lot of electronics and a lot going on and a little tiny pedal like that. So I've still got all my giant MXR phasers and my giant Univibes and my giant multiple crybaby pedals. I've still got all that old school stuff, and it all still sounds great. But the more you travel, the more you realize that size is money. And the more gear you've got, the more you're going to pay to ship it all over the world when you're on tour.
Well, I'm shaking my head like I know what he's talking about. I don't go anywhere. I only fantasize through my friends who travel with that have these issues.
So
I think Lydia and Greg gets challenged by these things.
yes, everyone does. And so 2.5 years ago at the NAMM convention, big music convention up in Anaheim, I had maybe heard of them and seen micro pedals a little bit, but it was like a full geek fest, walking around to all the different booths. And I bought my first micro pedal, which was this
right
little Mighty Sound Buzz Fuzz.
Do you see that fly in here? Can you believe there's a fly flying around?
He's attracted to Pedalpalooza as well. It's an exciting day. The word got out. So I got this one first, and then over the next, I don't know, maybe 6 months, I probably bought 10 more micro pedals because they were new, exciting, small. So I initially put together...
Kind of like revisiting a G.I. Joe collection or Transformers when we were young.
Yes. So I got this board. This is a Moore board. And I've got quite a few different brands here. This is a Moore. This is actually a wah right here.
Really?
See, it folds down, very small.
So cool.
And it's got a little top. It looks like a little flute case, which everybody thinks it is. This is super handy. You can throw
power
this
tap right there.
Yes. Throw it in a backpack. That little thing, it's all hooked up, powers everything. This is a Moore wah. X-Vibe Golden Brownie, as in the brown sound, Eddie Van Halen. Buzz Fuzz, this is like a bias switch. You can make it sound like a dying battery if you roll it to the left with one little knob. Your standard tuner, Mighty Sound tuner. Rowan phaser. The up setting is like a MXR, fat and juicy. One little switch, and it's like a Boss, more like a 80s Jakey Lee,
cool.
80s metal thing.
Yeah, like.
And then this is a tape echo. This is a Rowan tape echo. It's got built-in pitch warble, so it sounds like an old Echoplex when you have tapes. It's not like digital and pristine. it's got a little bit of flutter, which is what gives those old recordings, you know, the magic.
Sure.
So I kind of exhausted my obsession with micro pedals, and I finally calmed down.
And I was going to mention that this particular board, I've seen you perform with this board.
Correct. Yeah, I did a T-Rex gig, Electric Warrior, my T-Rex tribute. We opened for Metalachi, the heavy metal mariachi.
Yeah, you posted that
cover
picture
band.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I was backstage with you.
Yeah.
You're hanging out.
So I'm kind of happy. I actually have 3 micro pedal boards. I've decided, okay, I think I got that covered.
Totally. So now, okay.
And then I found out about these new little multi-pedals, if you will, these little combo pedals that are all in one unit. And I'm like, oh, something new for me to obsess about. So
Can you hand me that fly swatter?
the fly swatter.
There's a fly swatter right there.
There is
Another first on Theory Thursday, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you were kidding.
No,
you are not kidding.
Well, as you explain things, I won't hit your head. I promise.
While you do that, I'm gonna just
Oh,
check something.
Dave, right?
It's fluttering.
You got some fluttering? Yeah, come. You know the deal.
Flutter.
Just all right. Well, where's the what camera angle's on? The one that's on him?
The main
That's
camera.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
we're
So,
Please continue.
so I started to be interested in getting one of these little combo pedals, because back in the day, let's say in the 80s, even the 90s, if you had like a foot switch, something about, I don't know if the camera can show these, but if you had something like this size, it didn't have the guts and brains in there. That would merely be like an on-off switch. Then you'd have a big old rack
Totally.
that would have all your sounds.
Let's hear what some of
electronics
these
in it.
sound like. And this is the Sonic Cake Company.
Yes.
It looks like we have 2 of them down here. The
Yes.
first one that you're going to show us is called
The Rock Stage.
the Rock Stage.
So this one has a chorus rock amp, which is a distortion pedal. but they
Show us
call it
one at a time.
Rock amp.
Maybe like I guess from the viewer, it'll be what?
Well, why don't we go from here?
Yeah.
From that one.
So I've got it on a pretty subtle setting, but
Sounds really nice. It's got the little swirl.
so yeah. So
Beautiful.
you've got a chorus there. You've got distortion. And then
Very
you've got
nice.
a delay.
That's got
I'll
some
leave that
grind
on.
to it. And totally, it's cool. I've noticed on that, on this, I guess, you know what I want? I want to call them something. It seems like these are in a new category. This is the candy bar of pedals, I believe.
Yeah, well,
it's a pedal bar.
Yeah, well, which is why it's so clever that Sonic Cake has the name Sonic Cake, and then I think they call them, they actually call them Sonic bars.
Sonic bars.
So candy bar, Sonic bar.
That's so cool. They're very, very sophisticated, very small, and they sound killer. We're right in the middle of going through them. We want to give you a quality demo. Keep going, Greg.
Okay, so then you've got the last one, which is the reverb. Turn the delay off.
Now that's a spring reverb.
Yeah, I've got it pretty low, but. So the thing I've learned is that when you're doing kind of sit-in gigs or you're sharing rigs with another band, you can't take anything for granted. You can't think, well, of course they'll have some distortion on their amp. What if you're playing in a metal band and you're using someone else's rig? Well, they might be like a 50s type thing, and the guy has a tiny bit of gain, and that's all the amp does, one channel. You don't bring your own distortion, you got a problem. You're like, okay, well, I got my distortion, maybe a little, chorus or something, I'm set. Of course they'll have reverb. Again, you cannot take that for granted. Mm-hmm. So that's what I love about something like this, is a lot of pedals, combo pedals, the programmable ones, they'll have like a delay and a chorus and a distortion and an auto wah and not reverb, because they'll just take for granted. But it's become a big trend these days to go a lot more old school, like an old Marshall Plexi or something. There's no reverb on there. So it's nice to have that as an option, that it's built in. And also, if you have a lighter reverb set on your amp, and then let's say you want to do like a surf guitar type thing, and you're playing, you could also go from a more subtle setting on your amp.
Let's hear this.
And then crank that, So you've got all that. So this was the first one. Yes. So this was
exciting. Very, very. I'm still blown away on the quality of that spring reverb. Spring
Yes.
reverb this big, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, yes, yes. Maybe there's a little top secret, you know, like tiny spring in there.
Do you have,
Yeah.
do you have a good view? Are you dig?
I got it.
Yeah,
I
is
can-
it?
So,
yeah, you got
so this one here, it's made by Sonic Cake. It's a sonic bar, and this is the rock stage, and it's supposed to be the 80s arena rock experience in a little pedal board. And I've used it twice. I used this for the Scorpions gig, and the thing that's great about it
Yes, you did.
is when you're already on, when you flip on the chorus, it gives you. I like the chorus setting really subtle. But I like the fact that it just thickens it a little bit if I have the you know, the depth down low, but it gives it like a signal boost. So, and I flip on this.
Wow. That's
So all four.
that's all four pedals on, people.
Yes. Yeah, and then Sonic Cake also makes
I should
this.
say all four selections.
Yes. So they also make this awesome little thing. That is actually, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that is actually a wah and a volume in one pedal, and it's always on. You don't have, so it's always in volume mode. And then if you want wah, you click it on, just like a. And the thing I really
Got some
like,
good, really good range.
Yeah.
Sounds very nice.
the thing I really like is that these companies are getting really experimental with where they kind of place the wah in the frequency range, because a standard crybaby tends to be pretty trebly, you know, but everybody kind of experiments and finds their own little,
Sure.
you know,
I-
pocket.
yeah.
So I got those, and then I liked it so much,
Uh-oh.
I just got another one, and as in just got, I mean like I just got it, and this is the Twiggy Blues.
The Twiggy Blues.
Yes. So this one's your basic, you know, Marshall, you know,
Yes.
type
It's
tone,
over here, too.
and
Want to try killing him?
No.
Okay.
I think he's good.
So yes, I was
I'll do
reading
it with my
about the
hands.
Twiggy Blues. I was
Yeah.
reading about this lovely Sonic Cake company on Facebook, and
Yeah,
you know,
Richard Chin says hello.
Yeah.
Oh, we say
Hey.
hello back.
how do you say hello in Mandarin?
I think it was.
Oh,
Ni hao.
Ni hao?
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Okay, so the rock stage was like the Marshall sound. So this one here kind of has that boutique bluesy like Dumble amp.
That's
sound.
what it said. That's
Yeah.
and that's a bold statement when
Yes.
when someone
Yes.
is going to be throwing up the Dumble quotes.
Yes, but if you listen here, I think let me go ahead and turn on the reverb. I mean, first I'm just going to do the blues, which is their like really subtle overdrive.
Makes me want to sing a little Cookie Push now.
So that is just the overdrive. But if I flip on the compression,
Nice. Tightens up the lows. Pushes it forward more. Smoother top end too.
was that?
Beautiful. Smoother top end
yes,
too.
yeah, and I've got all the highs cranked, and it's still so smooth and creamy.
Yeah, it
So-
really sounds fat, man.
I like
Yeah.
that one the best.
You
so
like
far.
the Twiggy Blues?
Yeah, the Twiggy Blues is awesome, and this has a delay as well. So
Love that song.
So yeah, so that's the
Very,
Twiggy
very
Blues.
nice.
So the idea is that even a gig, if you could be real simple. You've got whatever amp you got. You could have just a tuner. You have like a little wah volume, and then whatever your flavor is.
And let's talk about these.
Oh yes.
These the nice accessory that comes along with these. These have been pretty popular lately, but it seems like Sonic Cake is making them pretty exclusive as an accessory.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So I got this earlier in the week, and I did not put them on yet because I wanted to be able to show the cute little bag that they come in. So you can buy these separately, okay? And just go on Amazon. These little Sonic bars,
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know, maybe $77, like $80
Did you hear that?
on Amazon.
How much was that?
Maybe $78 just to be safe. $80. Let's say $80.
I'll take 2.
Yes. So you do that, you can get these for maybe like $12, and these are little toppers. Now, I will admit, they know how to market to guitar players, because I was looking at about half a dozen different brands that make all these little multi-pedals. One of the things that sold me on this is that you can put the pedal toppers on there. You got a yellow or gold topper, yellow pedals, red topper,
Would you
red
say
lights.
it's more fun or actually more useful at the gig? Because like I usually need indicators. Me personally, that's
Yeah.
more of a necessity for me.
Yeah, it makes it easy.
But it's kind of fun.
It just makes it more fun. So what you do is if you decide to get a little Sonic bar, you just order these, the little toppers, and they come in this little bag. They each are individually gift wrapped.
I'm almost feeling the Willy Wonka kind of vibe.
Well, it is Sonic cake. It's tasty.
Cake.
So speaking of Sonic
Yeah.
Tasty Cakes, I know that we have some material planned, but at the very end I did designate a nice arrangement, an ABC long, and we don't even know what it sounds like. It's a little bit of I think it's a shuffle beat, but
Okay.
let's just go for an improv. Let's show you every single sound on here. So let's just concentrate on Greg Vaughan. Greg Vaughan is going to improvise and take you through both of the Sonic Cake Sonic bars. It's Sonic Bar Lollapalooza.
Pedalpalooza.
It's Pedalpalooza. I'm such a lame-o.
That's all right.
So check it out. Here we go. We're also using some drums.
Let's go with the key.
Yeah, Jason. Oh boy, what's going on here?
You got 2 playing at once?
You got two.
Which one do you want? 2 or 4?
I like that.
4.
The non-thrash metal.
Much simpler. Things Rosanna. Yeah, I think. Here.
Jake hiding somewhere, playing from outside, or
He would have to load another. I have access to Jake.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
But here, I'll just
Say
lay
that.
some chords under you.
Yeah, go for it.
E minor. Well, that was fun. Did we? Were we successful going through all the?
Yes,
all the sounds?
I think I actually stepped on every foot switch.
Did you learn anything? Because some of the times when we're being challenged and say, here's these 8 things, now go. As you were proprietizing your music, did you find a combination? Anything that you want to elaborate on? Well, oh my God, these two work great together. Or were you just happy one at a time?
No, well, one of the things I'm actually having, I don't know if it's silly, but it's fun. The idea of having both for a show is not crazy. Because if I had both sonic bars, you know, this one's, it's the Twiggy Blues, it's such more of a bluesy sound. If I left that a shorter reverb, shorter delay, and even all the way cranked, it's more of a subtle fuzz, you know, blues sound, and then have everything a little more dialed in, heavier distortion, the chorus effect. It's actually kind of, I enjoyed being able to switch between the two. And then even when I went to the clean sound, this is the one that's got the chorus on it. So I just turned off the gain and
Some
was
lovely
able to do that.
possibilities. I mean, I suppose in this application it's in series, so if you wanted to use both delays, they're going to run into each
Yes.
other as opposed to parallel.
Yes.
But there's still some sonic. There's still some goals and some luxury there, some
Yes.
surprises. It's nice to hit, you know, delays hitting reverbs.
One thing I wanted to say, well, I want to talk about your little piece of awesomeness you're playing through.
Yeah, I'm
but-
using a pretty rad piece of gear.
But one last thing about the Sonic Cake, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but this little switch right here, I'm not going to play through it because I'm going through the amp.
Where's that
But
little switch, Greg?
This is the cab sim switch.
The cab sim switch.
You can flip that.
What does
and-
that do?
And it simulates like playing through like a half stack, like a big cabinet. And
So
if you were to mic it up. So if you want to go direct into a PA or record directly into your computer, you can do that. And believe me, they got it right.
Point to it again because your guitar was blown.
Okay. It's
Yep.
right here, and there's also one over there.
Yeah, your headstock.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. How about that?
There you go.
I'm pointing with my toe.
Yeah.
That works.
Good.
There we go. Yeah.
What
So,
a really cool feature.
yeah, and I actually played.
I wish I used that on Saturday night.
It's pretty handy. Yeah, I have seen videos of guys playing big shows using these, and they just go direct through the PA, crank it through the monitor. So again,
Sounds
if
killer,
you know,
man.
if you really need
Killer,
to.
bro.
Also, a lot of the casino gigs that you play, if you ever play in the casino proper, not in a theater.
room,
but
Yeah.
you're literally right there on the room, and there's slot machines, you know, around you. They usually don't let you play through amps. The drummers play electronic kits, guitar and bass, everything is going direct. So those are perfect for that.
Totally.
You just show up with that and a guitar.
That's really cool.
You know,
You're in, yeah.
and that's it, and you're in. So
Does Sonic Cake make one for bass?
not yet. I'm hoping that they will soon. I'm sure they've probably got one in development. I've already had half a dozen bass players
Yeah,
that
I
have
bet.
seen this that are like, I want one. I want the same thing, you know, for bass. And I'm like, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure they're working on it. So what are you playing through, sir?
I am playing through the Brit wine made by Hotone.
Britwind.
The Britwind? It's the Britwind. Of course it is.
Yes.
It's the Britwind by Hotone.
Hot one.
Or the hot one. It looks like that this is a 60 watt or a 70 watt amplifier on the
It is
floor.
actually a 75 watt
Ooh.
amplifier on the floor. And
So.
the scoop is they made these little nano heads that were 5 watts each.
So this is where our lower thirds would come in handy right now.
And they were these little tiny heads. And, well, they still make them.
Kind of like
got-
Beetlejuice
I've
when he
had
sits
one.
down to that guy
Oh, yeah.
on the
I've
couch.
had They actually make a bass one.
Tiny, well, no, I bought a guitar one, a little
yeah.
tiny one that's like this big. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had one, the British Invasion, which is kind of like a Vox AC30 type feel.
Is that what this sound is right here?
Correct. That is the British Invasion. And then they made about half dozen of them, but they had another one, and I think their two biggest sellers were the British Invasion and the Purple Wind, as in Purple
I had the
Haze.
Purple Wind.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah.
I had that one.
So that's what's in here.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
let's
this
hear
is.
that one.
Yeah!
Yeah,
I also have a boost, which has got a designated boost knob.
correct. I think it's up to like 12 decibels of boost.
Pretty rad.
Yeah, and you've got a reverb switch over there too.
To even make it fatter. It's so much fun. And then the reason why I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Wow, I was actually really heady right there. Let's take the decimator off. Just get a little bit more gate there. So I have the boost on.
Yeah.
And I have the reverb on. So let's just show you. I took the boost off. Check it out. Here's dry. It is really thick, but then when I throw on the verb, someone's calling me right. Fun for hours, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
It's got lots of compression. Well, it's more of a plexi sound, but the way I have it tweaked, everything's almost at 12 o'clock, but I am boosting the treble considerably.
Yeah. And
what a great sound.
And the other thing about that pedal that is pedal, I shouldn't call it a pedal, it's technically, it's an amp. I think it's part of their Legacy floor series, is it has built in a 1/4 inch and an XLR out. So again, you could run straight into the PA or straight into a recording console, and it has cab sim built into that as well. So you could separately send it to a cabinet, and at the same time, so you don't have to mic your cabinet, you just run direct out of that. Or if you didn't even want to use an amp, the same as this, you could fly to some other city, show up with just that and your guitar, show up and play a whole gig, and just go straight through the PA and hear yourself through the monitors.
And to add to all these lovely features, everybody, my existing pedal board, it's all ran into this. It has a separate effects loop, so I am using.
Oh yeah.
I'm using my Boss Reverb and my Strymon Deco. Those two devices are in the effects loop of the Hotone. And I also decided to just plug into my inline part of my board, which is the wah right here. And I also got my little octave fuzz. And I also have a tremolo. And then I have a tuner. Gotta have a tuner. And into a decimator. Back into this lovely valvulator that converts the impedance to low. Really strengthens up back that signal so it gets to the front of the amp. And back to the Hotone. So this is my amp. It's an amp on the floor.
Hot one.
The hot one. The Hotone. The hot one.
I believe it is officially Hotone.
I know.
So here's this
I like to
nice,
say hot.
lovely, kick-ass, iconic guitar that Kevin Proctor hooked me up with. I got to hang out with him today, and he brings this. And this guitar is, it really makes me feel like it's a familiar feeling. It's like based on like an 80s Charvel, and I love it. It feels great. Thank you, Kevin. I love it, and I'm playing this proudly. Vintage spec, 21 fret, D neck. I believe this is the Lawlers. You know I love Lawler. I love Jason Lawler. And something I haven't seen for about 8 months now is a Floyd Rose. Check it out, everybody.
It's been a while since you had one of those on.
Well, and my touch is off as well too, but. Doing stuff like this, or I'm sorry, it would be like just like those little tiny, those very silly small dives. That's what's so cool about guitar, eventually when you're relaxed enough, you can play relaxed and you can start expressing these more subtle things that the guitar does, and that's where you're like, oh, what's going on here? Sounds like a ground. But it does distract me as much as I like having a bar. I don't want to give it away, but God, great. So spastic.
If the shoe fits, yeah.
But it sounds like a motorcycle. Watch.
Yeah.
You gotta get my shoe. Yes, motorcycle riding time. So, Greg, we have a song. I think it's
yes.
number whoa. I want to hear number 1. Let's see.
Don't forget to
Check. Is this gonna come through a little bit? Check.
We'll now. Check it again.
Check. It should be rocking. Check.
Which one is this?
I believe we're going to do
Yes.
the company of the bad.
Shit.
Can't get enough.
Yep. Use the force, and we will harmonize.
Yes, we will. Oh yeah, let's turn these lights off. All right, and that's. Here we go.
No, it's that's you. And then it goes. Yep.
It's so hot.
It was,
Well, you know, we can always do it again.
it was great while it lasted.
Yeah.
It's all good.
You sound killer.
It's all
Meanwhile, while it's 108 degrees right here in
good.
San Diego. Well, in the studio.
Would you say this is the hottest show that you've ever done?
Yeah. Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, this is definitely the hottest show I've ever done.
Speaking
Can't get enough of your love.
Totally. I was waiting for your backup vocals.
Yes.
That was a fun song, though. You know, once
Yes.
it's played right. But no, that I'll always, dude. It's so great. I'm like cringing and going, yeah, it's so great. But back to the Sonic Cake and Hotone, hot one, Hotone, hot one.
I think it is
And
hot
how do you
tone.
say hello again? I want it.
Ni hao.
Someone said hot tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not hot tone because that would mean there's two T's.
Well, it's
hot tone.
But they share that
Hot
T.
tone. I don't
Yeah.
think it's hotone.
That's like
I know
saying
Ho's got a two,
Rugerello.
but-
You can't do
Sonic
Rugerello.
Cake, Sonic Cake guy said hot tone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Oh,
think it's hot tone. Hot tone.
hot tone.
Like hot tone.
See us.
Oh, hot tone.
See,
Yeah.
Americans are just so literally phonetic. You know, literally with.
So you're
literal-
basically
Well-
eliminating a T for
Yeah.
logo
Which is
purposes.
fun, yeah.
But you know, for look purposes. But I would think that
Yeah, well, which is funny because when I first saw it, I thought it was hot one.
hot one.
Yeah. It's
Works
maybe,
either
maybe
way.
that's part of the marketing.
It's part of it.
It gets people talking.
Gets people talking about
Yeah,
it.
it gets people
But yeah,
talking
I
about
think hot tone is.
So,
Fusion tone.
you know what time I think it is?
Oh yeah. Huh? It's
What
about
time
that
is it?
time.
I think it's whiskey shot time.
Mailbag, yeah, whiskey shot mailbag.
Yeah.
Whiskey
time.
shot time.
Especially if we have any friends watching in China, now would be the time to grab your whiskey. But any friends watching anywhere in the world, now would be the time to grab.
That's Japanese.
That is Japanese.
Grab your whiskey, grab your shot glasses. Wait, do they have shot glasses?
Yeah, he brought some out.
Okay. These
you?
are actually.
I'll just hit it off the bottle.
These are from my wedding, from my Viking, Gothic, medieval, Renaissance,
That's incredible.
Indian, Middle Eastern, steampunk, gypsy wedding that I had on April 7th
That
to
was
the
a
lovely
very
Elizabeth
serious-
Vaughan.
Yes. Hi,
And
Elizabeth.
also, you know what everybody's been telling me?
What's
ever
everyone
since-
telling you?
I've done 5 shows since I got married. The difference in my performances before and now is that everybody's like, oh, it's fun to watch you play now because you got a cool ring on.
Ah.
And sometimes I look down and I'm like, yeah, I've never seen that.
Oh.
All my years of playing. So it's like an extra,
It's an
you
ornament.
know, a little, yeah, it's
Little
a little,
detail.
a bit of a flash.
Wait till you start putting
and
bedazzling your
sparkle.
glasses.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I, paint my head. I've had glitter on my head. It's like an empty
I
canvas.
would love to paint your head.
I think we've had a conversation. I just find the ring
Okay.
as an obstacle.
Okay.
We have some Star Wars shot glasses.
No, they are.
I don't want the Ewok.
Oh, you do have Star Wars shot glasses.
Darth
oh,
Maul and Yoda.
You weren't kidding.
I'll take Yoda.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were kidding about the Star Wars shot glasses.
Why would I kid about that?
I don't know. Here, let me pour these for them.
What are these your Altoids?
Yes, because I figure we might need them after we take our shot of whiskey.
Oh, smokes.
I planned ahead.
Oh.
Okay, pass
Actually-
that one along.
You're getting a little shaky over there, Mr. Wizard.
Help me, Mr. Wizard.
Help me. Hey, don't. Yeah, just give it to him over the X32.
That's what I did.
We'll do it over the black magic. That's cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please. As long as it's over one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
So-
a big shot. I'm kind of one of those dudes that doesn't know how to do a shot. I want to be like the guy that goes, go. I don't know how to open my throat.
I'm the guy that doesn't know how to
That's a
hold the
big
shot,
shot.
without spilling it
Man.
on his playing hand. Okay, so this
Luckily, I
is
like whiskey.
Jameson
Jameson.
whiskey. And let me say why we are doing this toast. Because we are going to do the first ever in the world unboxing live
What?
on the air
What?
of the Sonic Cake Black Hammer Sonic Bar.
Black Hammer.
I am probably one of the few people in the world to have one.
That's my favorite Marvel character.
So,
Cheers
to
to the Black Hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. I don't know if I can reach.
Yeah, don't.
Clank. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Salud.
This is gonna be tough.
Like I said, I just get it in my mouth, taste it. and then I swallow it.
Cha! Whew. Okay, I'm awake now.
I even think I left a little bit in there because I don't know how to do shots.
You know what? This is a little secret.
I did.
Sonic
You know-
Cake says cheers.
Yes,
Cheers!
awesome.
How do you say cheers in Mandarin?
Well, there's a few different ways,
Hammer
I'm sure.
time.
Hammer time! That's how you say.
Hammer time. No, I don't think it is.
It's the hammer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a little tip for all the singers out there. I did not learn this
Singers?
from my opera coach, and I did not learn this at the Vocal Academy at the Musicians Institute. This is a little secret from experience. But if your voice is a little toasty, getting over a cold, a little gravelly, you got to sing. I swear, a little whiskey or tequila, it's just like putting lighter fluid at 2,000 degrees down your throat, kind of burns everything out. It opens up.
Sounds like something you do. I
It
do it all
has
the time.
totally worked before. When my voice is kind of raspy, you do a couple shots, it just kind of burns everything out, opens up the throat.
Make you
and
feel like a little bit more
yes.
like, I'm not afraid of anything, ha!
Yeah. So yeah, it'll also
Liquid courage.
Yeah, well, it'll also kind of make you go vocal health.
Like,
I don't
where's
care.
the 12th fret?
I'll just go for it. So this right here,
I'm such a spaz.
this right here
Oh my God, you're not kidding. There is an actual
actually
real black hammer in the
arrived
room.
today. Is
Black
it possible
hammer.
for me to take this off? It
Black
is.
hammer! Black hammer!
Okay,
Yeah!
here we go, sir. This is real. In the box, unopened. Arrived at about 3 o'clock today to the Temple of the Sacred String.
How does that go? I forgot, man.
It's hammer time. Hammer time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with hammer time.
Okay.
Yes, it is indeed hammer time. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. God, I
blast.
can't remember how to play that.
Taste
Black
it.
hammer.
Taste it. Taste the black hammer.
She's alright. She's alright. She's alright.
Oh. There we go. That's what it looks like.
Wow, look at that.
In the box.
It's a Sonic cake.
Oh.
Sonic cake.
It's got like a skull here. It's got a couple deadly axes
Dude.
to go along with the hammer. Here's our power supply. And
Dude, I want to play it.
here we have
Oh, looks like it's
the black hammer.
That
If-
thing's.
Now,
thing's cool.
you know, granted, neither one of us have heard it yet.
No.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if you play metal, you probably need this.
probably want that one.
Yeah, this is the one that you want. So
If I gotta do it.
I'm gonna disengage.
Which one?
Oh gosh, that's such a difficult choice. You know, I think that this is probably a little more similar to the rock stage.
Okay.
And the other one's the blues one. So I'm gonna take out my number 1 and leave my number 2 and insert the number 3. Okay.
And then we shall jam into
Yes.
victory.
Yes. Okay. So we got that there. Also, I will say, as I found out the hard way while doing some recording, of course it says it in the manual, but who reads manuals? Only
I read
use-
manuals. I had to read the manual to the. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, I read the manual. Maybe I didn't respect its authority. Only use the included adapter.
Power supply.
Yeah. If you use like a generic 9-volt or one of those multi things, it won't behave.
Look glitchy.
Yeah, because I remember I was making some videos and it wasn't working right, and then I just had to go back to that, and then all of a sudden it worked again. So.
It won't behave, Mr. Vaughan. It won't behave, Mr. Vaughan.
Can I disengage this? Yes.
It won't behave.
Okay.
It won't behave, Mr. Vaughan. hear somebody at the gate. I hear somebody at the gate. Mr. Vaughan, Mr. Vaughan.
Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna take for granted that these adapters are all the same. If I blow up your pedal live on the air, I apologize.
Whoa, did you hear that? Ha!
Okay,
It's a subtle move.
let's see here.
No. What's it sound like?
Okay, let's turn that off.
All
Totally
right,
dry.
unveiling the Black Hammer.
That thing sounds gnarly. It's the same old song. Another fire. Woo! Oh. Dio doesn't do that. What does he say? You something fired. You let it out.
Yeah.
Stand up and shout. Man, that thing sounds great.
You know what it sounds like? A black hammer
It's a black hammer.
coming down on your head.
Speaking of coming down on your head, Greg, you ready for this one? Are you ready for
Wait,
the?
one thing. Let me try the boost.
Wow, there's a lot of knobs on the power amp or the preamp. It's got like 6 knobs on that preamp.
Yeah, you've got a gain, high, mids, and lows,
That thing's
volume,
rad.
and then here's the crazy thing.
Tell me about the crazy thing, Greg.
This is what's so weird about Sonic Cake. I already had the rock stage. I knew I wanted the Twiggy eventually, but I had to give some time to learning how to fully appreciate and use the rock stage. But I fantasized, man, if they'd only make one, maybe just a little more gain and a built-in noise reduction. Because I've got a couple, noise reduction pedals for, I've got like 7 or 8 pedal boards. Noise reduction, if you got a lot of gain, it's kind of a pretty cool thing.
I'm using one.
And then, lo and behold, I don't think they psychically read my mind. I think just, they just know what guitar players want, and so they built it in there. And this last little knob right here is a noise reduction. Let's see if I turn it down. Oh,
See, that's crazy.
with no noise reduction. And
That's
we
pretty-
dial it in.
Dang.
Done.
It's a
built
lot.
in.
Yeah.
We should get a couple of these.
Genius.
That is a very exciting pedal. Now, how much is the Black Hammer going for?
I believe the Black Hammer is probably like 99 or
Wow! All of that for 99 bucks?
Yeah, it's probably $99.99 on Amazon.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna have to.
So,
That sounds rad. Look at that. It's a G with an E. It's like a happy, sad face. Anyhow, back to the show and the Black Hammer. I want to get down to well,
oh, you know what I'd like to do
Yes.
is I would like to go over some technique building exercises that give you the type of flexibility that you might need.
New exercises. Grab the guitars, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guitar section,
Yes.
the guitar solo. This is the guitar lesson segment of Theory Thursday. Grab them.
Correct. So one of the most common things I see with my students is I'll have people that have played 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, right? And even if they know dozens of cover songs, they get away with doing most everything when they solo with 3 fingers. And their pinky is not very useful, or in some cases, literally completely useless. So I have to, right off the bat, say, well, the reason you're struggling with some of these solos that you haven't been able to master for 15, 20 years, whatever, is because you're trying to do it with 3 fingers. You got this whole other 4th finger over here that's waiting to do its job, but you got to train them. And the other thing is...
That's because we're in maestro territory.
Yeah, okay. And the other thing is, you got to have a lot of flexibility to do a lot of the metal stuff, or if you're like an Alan Holdsworth, type guy, some of your jazz fusion guys, you just got some really crazy stretches.
Sure.
So, and probably like you, I spent a lot of time in my teen years because I was trying to emulate Alan Holdsworth, Eddie Van Halen, Steve Vai, all these guys that were doing these really crazy stretches, and it became obvious. Number one, you got to have the flexibility to do it in the first place. Number two, you got to have the flexibility that you don't fatigue yourself 30 seconds after, doing some stuff, some big stretches.
It's easy to get excited and
Yes, and then kind of, and then cramp up.
Yep.
So, I've got a series of pinky exercises.
Ah, yes.
And you know how at the Temple of the Sacred String, people study my approach, my philosophy, the way of the sacred string. I watched a few too many kung fu films as a kid, so I adopted the ideology of looking at nature and being inspired by animals, and all my techniques have animal names. And it helps people kind of visualize what they're trying to do. And it's also just a lot more fun than saying picking exercise, pentatonic exercise. So just in the last couple days, I took some exercises I've been doing for 30 years, and I finally came up with a name. And the pinky exercises are the Pinky Panther.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on the Pinky Panther. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to do a 4-fret stretch, and we're not going to start way down here, which is the toughest position because those are where the frets are the biggest. We're going to start, if you want to be really conservative, you could start up with your first finger on about the 15th, but we're going to start on the 12th. Okay. So we've got our pinky on the 16th and our first finger on the 12th, and all we're going to do is before we even move up and down the neck, we just want to practice playing 2 notes at a time going across the strings. Yep.
Were you picking every note?
Yes,
or doing
I was picking every note.
Let's do it together. Count me in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're not repeating on the E string.
Nope. Oh, look at that. We ended. We're in sync. I think that's deserving of a fist bump.
Oh, fist bumping.
So one of the things about that is if you want to really train your pinky, a good thing to do is even take other exercises that you would normally start with your first finger and ascend up the neck and just do them the opposite way. So you could go 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, but that's not as difficult as leading with your pinky. Okay, and you're training yourself also to go down across the strings and back up across the strings. So that is, working on your accuracy with your pinky, and it's not too big of a stretch. But now what you have to do is the next stage is you start moving down. So you go like this.
Actually, I was changing my direction. You kept the direction the same, right?
Yes.
You're not repeating
with the
anything.
pinky.
What?
Leading with the pinky.
Yeah.
Is that how you're doing it?
No. I'm doing it twice on anytime
On
you
your E.
anytime you shift
You have to-
on the high or low, you do both spaces. So I'll do it real slow. I'll start about right here. There you go. There you
Lot
go.
of fun.
Now things get tough, of course, if you get down here. So that's the ultimate. So in other words, if you don't really have good flexibility already, don't start on the first fret.
Sure.
You know, you might even just start on the 12th and just go back and forth. Don't even move. Then as you get a little more flexibility, if you want, you could add a fret at a time. Then add the 11th, 10th, and if nothing else, within a couple months, I promise, you do that every day, 10 minutes a day, you should be down here, and you should be able to do this. You should be able to do that. Okay. Now the next step is I take the type of picking that I do in lots of other exercises, which is kind of like a Jimmy Page thing that we've all heard, and it's a repeating picking pattern, right? There you go. So it's a 6-note sequence. So I take that. What you're doing is you're going pick, pull off, or so down, pull off, up, down, up, pull off, down, pull off, up, down, up, pull off. It's a 6-note pattern. Once you get that down with your right hand, what I do is I apply it to the pinky.
Oh, yes.
And then it's an exercise, but it's also one of those shock riffs in the middle of a nice country ballad. If you want to ruin the mood for everybody and throw out some chromatic hell, you could do something like this. So
That's totally rad.
yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you reverse it. Now it's tough. Oh, I know. Yes, you can go both ways, but what's trickier is if you can follow me here, the individual pattern is still descending, but you are ascending across the string. So I'll do it real slow, like this, like this. That pattern, and then you have to skip a string. Get in string skipping. Yep. There you go. There you go.
Now I sound like Uli.
Yes. Yeah, so that's working on a lot of techniques, your flexibility, you're working on that crazy picking pattern, which you can apply to a million things, and then you also have to do the string skipping. So the ultimate is to take that, and if you're doing it really low, so yeah. Sometimes I like to put
That's gnarly, that one.
yeah, yes.
I feel a little atrophy in
but
there.
you want to put the you want to put the last one on there, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right?
No, and then you're skipping. There you go. So it should be 5, and if you want to put the little end note.
I see.
So if you do that, it gives you a split set, well, depending on the speed, a second or so to shift. If you want to be crazy and just keep shredding, then you would leave off that last note, which is the way I did it the first time. So
I like these.
Yeah, but it's just fun. Yeah. So I've got another one that I can show you. That's fun if you
Oh,
like.
actually, I think that was a long enough segment, Greg.
Oh, okay.
We're at 7 after, and we have
okay.
one.
We have one more
One song,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just to roll out the show.
That was a very, very lovely exercise, and I think most of you got a big benefit there to work on your flexibility with your pinky, because why not?
Stinky Pinky.
It also enables you to learn music quicker as well.
That was someone's comment.
I'm feeling great. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. I think another shot of whiskey would probably make the
Yeah.
next song
Can
more
do that.
epic.
Why don't you load that up?
On
I'll
that
close this
note,
out.
Theory
And then,
Thursday has our own. I know that you hear us talk about our own guitar strings, but I'm going to tell you and remind you about them again. We have 9s, 10s, and 11s, and an acoustic set of strings. Go to our website, TheoryThursday.com, and spend some money. Support us and play our strings. If you want to shred and play and sound vibrant and lovely like we do, then purchase the Kurt Mangan Theory Thursday strings.
Is anyone gonna have a shot with you?
I'll take a shot. I also would like to throw a nice shout out to Dave Wright from SWR Videos and Jason Thomas, the co-host. They have a lot to do with the show and make it so much fun. They also are using the new teacher cable at home. Dave called me this morning while I was making breakfast. He goes, "Wow, Mike, these teacher cables really are comfortable, and I'm not stepping on anything anymore." And I was on speakerphone flipping some hash and some eggs. And I was like, "That's awesome, Dave. I'll see you tonight. Gotta go." So those teacher cables, they really, really make things convenient. Greg Vaughan got one gifted from Dave tonight.
Thank you very much.
So
and a set of those strings, which those acoustic strings.
Yes, yeah, good.
And again, you psychically, amazingly gave me 11s for the acoustic, which is actually what I like.
That was I had to talk. The three of us had to make that choice. What gauge were we going to?
I tell all my students that are having trouble with their acoustic chops, say switch to 11s. And it's everybody's happy, 100% success rate. And if you lose a tiny bit of low end, that's what an EQ's for. You know, unless you're playing at the beach. So
pass these down, and then I'll
yes.
get us
Make
out
sure
of
it goes. That one goes over the black magic.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'd like to thank Hotone and Sonic Cake for making such awesome toys for us to play with, for all guitar players.
Thank you.
To play with. So here's to our friends in China
Hotone.
and effects makers all over the world.
Cheers to you guys.
Hot Tone,
Hot
Sonic
tone,
Cake.
Sonic
Hot
Cake.
tone.
Yes,
Tone.
yes.
Cheers.
Wow.
Need some water.
Ooh.
Harder Jamison. Good Lord. Okay, everybody. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Another great episode. Thanks, Greg, for coming in. It was awesome as usual. I'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Kurt Mangan Strings, Iconic Guitars, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, and Guitar Tune-Up San Diego. Again, special thanks to Mr. Dave Wright, Cthulhu in Chief, SWR Video Productions. Also, go to our website, TheoryThursday.com. Go to our YouTube channel. Give us some love there, guys. Also, sign up to be a Patreon. And would like to, thank you guys for watching. It's been a great show. Thank you guys over at Sonic Cake for watching. Richard, very nice chatting with you on the interwebs here. And if you want to, we'll post the link to that in the chat section there too. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next week. Mike, any word on next week's guest?
Oh, next week's guest. You bet, Jason. Next week's guest is Ronnie Lee.
It's Ronnie.
Oh.
All right.
Ronnie Lee is pretty kick-ass
Oh yeah.
motherfucking guitar player.
Yeah. Legend.
Ronnie, we look forward to seeing you, dear. If you're watching, mwah, have a great weekend. Everybody out there, see you next week.
And what is this? Let's give it a little preface
yeah.
on this song, Greg.
Oh, this is a song from my unreleased Gothic belly dance rock opera album
All right.
that I've been working on for 11 years called The Wizard.
All right.
And this song which has never been performed live, never been heard, unless maybe we're having a few drinks in my recording studio at the temple. This song is called Dragon Staff.
Yeah.
And we're just going to do an instrumental jam on it. It has lyrics, but we're
don't wanna
just
sing it?
Yeah, let's just jam. And
How does the riff go, real quick? Shit.
And these names, Dragon Staff, Black Hammer, all sound like marital aid
yeah.
to me.
Oh, well, I just thought. And then C-A.
And G.
That's it.
Cool, I got it.
Yeah, yeah. I
And then there's that.
Yeah. Ah.
And is it okay on that part? I go. Yeah. Dude, wait
So-
till we play this song.
So yeah, I've got hundreds of original songs, but even though I hadn't heard the pedal yet, I thought which one of my songs would probably be appropriate for the Black Hammer pedal board.
It's my favorite Marvel character.
Yes. Dragon Staff. And
Dude.
I have an actual Dragon Staff, and my bass player from Donny Bud hooked up copper horns to it and put like the fire wicks, so it literally burns. It's got like horns.
Why don't we
coming out of
have
its
that
head.
in here burning right now?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yes, I have an actual Dragon Staff that I've toured with,
Dude.
and it's on it, and I've had it on fire on stage. It will be in the video someday. Yes.
Well, on that
So,
note, I guess we will. Are you ready?
let's
Which-
do it.
What are you playing?
Are we gonna have
It's
a
called
a click?
Heavy.
Okay.
I think it's number 2, the second one.
Yeah, let's mute.
Is it gonna give us an intro or anything?
Gives us a 4 count.
Okay.
Give us a count, Dave, when you press play.
Crank
I'm
it.
gonna press play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it not? Oh, wait, hold on.
Guess that.
Shit.
Come on.
I just. Okay. Hold on. Ready?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I got my boost on.
1, 2, 3,
Ah!
4.